I'm stood the test of time. I'm passionate. I'm hungry, and I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So.
What a jolly lad he is, you know? Just a bubbly guy. Bubbly guy. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, but he's gonna fucking die. Look at this, bro. I'm always training. Plays in my mind at night. It's hard to sleep. I had two options. Run away or say, you will not stop me. And I'm gonna prove the world wrong.
Oh, let's go!
Get these opportunities and to live this life, and I feel guided by God through this camp and through this process and making this decision to fight a very, very difficult challenge. God has removed, you know, the fear that would like normally be there. So I feel good, and I'm excited for fight.
On the final day of training camp, Jake Paul powers through one last grueling session, approaching it with the same focus as any other day in the grind. The gym remains charged with intensity, pads snapping, feet moving, coaches shouting reminders, because nothing is taken for granted. Every repetition matters, and every adjustment counts. With Anthony Joshua waiting on the other side, this final workout isn't about easing up, but about staying sharp and maintaining that edge all the way into fight night.
Think when I say crazy things like fighting Canelo or Bud or Joshua. So I think he was actually surprised to get the deal done.
Good push off. Fake, not great. He showed you every punch he had in 5 seconds. Nothing else.
Little Joshua, I'm coming, little Josh. I mean, this is partially too late to tell you, but your ability to move on the outside is going to be a major help to you in this fight. Your ability to move on the outside, okay?
Paul, who has primarily competed at cruiserweight around 200 pounds and moved up to heavyweight for controlled exhibition bouts, is now venturing into uncharted territory. Facing Anthony Joshua, an Olympic gold medalist and a formidable professional with elite boxing credentials, represents not only a significant jump in size and experience but also a true test of Paul's ability to endure elite-level power and strategy under the most demanding rules of the sport.
I had to get comfortable in there and let things slow down and feel the power out and get the confidence to slip, catch, move, let them hit me to the body, to be able to return shots, all of that. The world is going to change. People aren't going to believe what they see. I believe it's through the power of God and what He wants to use me as a vessel for showing the world what's possible and showing the next generation of kids what's possible when you believe. I always get so calm, and that's something that took time to develop. But in the biggest moments, I'm actually the most calm. But that's just how my mind and body works.
In Puerto Rico's tropical climate, Jake Paul pushes through another demanding workout as part of his intense build-up for the Anthony Joshua fight. He has been training with elite sparring partners such as Lawrence Okolie and Jared Anderson to prepare for the size and power he will face against a former heavyweight world champion. Paul's team has structured his days around technical refinement, footwork drills, and endurance sessions, blending boxing fundamentals with high-level conditioning designed to match the demands of bigger fighters. Bruises and a recent black eye from heavy sparring highlight just how physical and taxing this camp has been. As the build-up to his blockbuster fight with Anthony Joshua continues, Jake Paul's preparation has been both multifaceted and intense. Earlier in camp, he even brought in Shakur Stevenson, the world-class lightweight champion, to spar and help sharpen his speed and ring IQ, a move that surprised many fans and underscored Paul's willingness to work with elite boxing talent to elevate his skills. Stevenson later praised Paul's ability and seriousness in training, suggesting that many people may be underestimating his commitment in the gym. Paul has also been training under Theo Chambers, a coach from the legendary Kronk Gym, known for developing fighters with strong fundamentals, toughness, and heart.
Joshua has all of the world looking at him thinking you should walk him over. If it gets 2 rounds, 3 rounds inside, I think Joshua loses.
I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my
This camp has been very difficult, very taxing on the body, but I'm here to challenge myself and to see what I'm capable of and prepare myself for the toughest battle yet.
Get in there. There you go.
We were preparing for Gervonta Davis, who's around 5'6", explosive, powerful fighter.
Champion of the world, Gervonta.
I like that.
We were able to get a hold of some really, really good guys, like Shakur Stevenson,
Who got blasted by Stevenson again as he rumbles to the camp.
Montana Love.
Oh boy, Conor McKinn.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up?
We go from streamlining the training from fast, quick, multiple reps, endurance, and cutting weight to multiple weight classes up to fight one of the biggest, strongest, scariest men that are out there. So the training changed tremendously.
When you tired, you got to do your work. And that's the same thing I be telling you. It starts right then.
Wait, go.
Adjustments was to get you to in a space to where you're going to be tired and still execute. This is where you have to be comfortable at.
Right here.
Chambers initially hesitated to work with Jake Paul, but ultimately agreed after witnessing his dedication and steady improvement. Since then, Chambers has overseen Paul's preparation, bringing in elite heavyweight sparring partners to replicate the size, strength, and power he is expected to face against Anthony Joshua. The goal has been to expose Paul to realistic pressure and physicality, ensuring he is as prepared as possible for the demands of a true heavyweight matchup. Logan Paul has also played a role in advising Jake as he prepares for the Anthony Joshua fight. Logan has been outspoken in sharing strategic guidance with his younger brother, particularly on how to approach an opponent with Joshua's size and style. In footage released by Jake's camp, Logan emphasized that movement and keeping the fight on the outside will be crucial, urging Jake to rely on cardio and lateral movement rather than retreating straight back under pressure. His main advice was to avoid fighting backward and instead stay proactive, throwing combinations to disrupt Joshua's rhythm. Logan noted that while Joshua will look to apply pressure and walk Jake down, remaining mobile and offensively engaged gives Jake a stronger chance to compete.
Number one piece of advice, I would avoid fighting going backwards. He's gonna pressure you. He's gonna walk you down because he's a big guy and he can do that. And if you're throwing punches while going backwards, I don't think that's where you thrive. You already do this, but you gotta make sure to do it this fight. AJ struggles when people fight back, when they really fight back. I need you on his fucking ass. On his fucking ass. You're throwing punches right back. If you fucking fight, bro, combos, not 2, 3 punch, 4, 5, 6 punches off his combo, I think he's gonna be surprised at the dog in you. That's my advice.
I got all that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
You ever
sick.
seen someone type a paragraph without looking?
No, that was actually...
Yeah. It's perfect.
Jake Paul has openly acknowledged that stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua is more serious and more dangerous than any fight he has taken on before. In recent interviews, Paul admitted that the challenge genuinely scares him and weighs on his mind, even keeping him awake at night, because he knows he is facing one of the hardest punchers and most experienced heavyweights in the sport, a test far beyond anything he has encountered in his career so far. He described the bout as the most difficult and demanding fight of his life, recognizing that everything is stacked against him as the underdog, while still insisting he is committed to proving himself despite the fear.
Muscle, less longer runs.
They're good.
I'm getting the hang of it. Bringing in heavyweights that need 2 seats on the airplane when we buy them the tickets to fly over here.
30 seconds.
Big, explosive, strong guys, which was totally opposite of what we were doing.
More time.
We have a couple of amazing heavyweights, world champions, Lawrence Okoli,
It's all over.
6'6", 260 pounds. He's an absolute monster.
Lawrence the Sauce Okoli.
We got Frank Sanchez, Hubert Splash from Canelo's camp.
The chance to find a counter.
One of the best people I've sparred with. Speed, power, head movement.
Down he goes.
My question would be, why is there not a doctor in the ring?
Top heavyweight contender.
He's a bull. He's a monster. Faster than a lot of heavyweights.
Anthony Joshua has made it clear that he is fully prepared and mentally locked in with only days remaining before he faces Jake Paul in Miami. The former two-time unified heavyweight champion has used his time away from the ring since his knockout loss to Daniel Dubois to reset, refine his approach, and return with renewed focus and determination, stressing that he intends to bring his best version into this fight rather than viewing it as easy money. Joshua has spoken openly about studying the greats and modeling their discipline as he sharpens both his technique and mental edge ahead of the bout, showing that his mindset is centered on precision, strategy, and peak performance.
So I'm going to do it anyway. Whether it's this fight, the fight after this, or the fight after that, I'm still going to lace up my gloves and I'm going to throw these hands. But I feel like I've been doing all the weights, all the strength work that they've asked of me. I haven't said that anything's too much and I can't do it. I've always given my best in the gym. And in terms of the power, you're going to have to tune in December 19th on Netflix to see if this right hand still carries the power that it did at 250 pounds. Interestingly, there has been opportunities to look past this fight. Joshua, we want to talk about this fight. Joshua, we want to talk about your next fight. I said, look, right now my main focus is on Jake Paul, and I've hung up the phone respectfully. But for me and my team, blinkers.
Joshua has also been in strict training, even working with members of Alexander Usyk's team in Spain instead of his usual camp to elevate his preparation to another level. He is already on weight for the agreed 245 pounds limit, a clear sign of how seriously he is treating this unexpected but high-stakes matchup. At press events, Joshua's remarks have struck a balance between respect and intensity, recognizing Paul's talent and focus while reaffirming that his objective is to break Paul down both physically and mentally inside the ring. His commitment to staying locked in and avoiding distractions from noise or criticism reflects a seasoned veteran's mindset, focused on what matters most: preparation, execution, and winning. Grant Cardone has publicly voiced his support for Jake Paul ahead of a potential fight with Anthony Joshua, saying he would love to see the matchup happen. Cardone described the bout as a bold decision that aligns perfectly with Jake's mindset, praising him for taking risks that most people would never consider. From Cardone's perspective, this is more than just a boxing match, it's a high-stakes moment that combines discipline, belief, and massive exposure. He emphasized Jake's readiness to step into uncomfortable territory, calling it the type of pressure that fuels real growth. For Cardone, the fight symbolizes confidence, ambition, and the power of betting on yourself when the spotlight is at its brightest.
I love that, bro. 10x everything. You and your brother have been doing phenomenal things. The fact that you're always taking on something, disrupting, and then going in there and knocking a motherfucker out, bro. The fact that you do that, it's one thing that you commit, it's a second thing. The most important thing is that you get it done, bro. And I think too many people out there say, I'm gonna try, but they don't pull it off. You bring in a big audience, huh?
Yeah.
I got my daughter here, Sabrina.
Hi, Jake.
Okay, I'm gonna
Nice
put
to
you on
meet
the
as
spot
well.
now because I told her I would do this one day. What advice do you have for her?
Man, I don't know. Like, I don't think you can change someone, like, something with one piece of advice, but I guess, like...
But if you had to give her one, Jake, if I put you in
honestly,
the
just
corner-
keep fucking fighting and keep fucking going. Like, everyone tried to stop me and my brother our whole lives, and we just literally have never, ever stopped, not for a single day. And we've worked harder than everybody every single day, the whole day. So
And
that's
your
really
quote
it.
is up on this wall. What's your quote about
I'll say
impossible?
people say impossible. I say let's find out.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, much love. Good to see you.
You guys are doing great.
As the fight approaches, Jake Paul's camp has transitioned into a more controlled rhythm, emphasizing the preservation of strength and freshness rather than pushing through overly intense sessions. In a recent behind-the-scenes look, Paul offered fans insight into his routine on a rest day, showing how he carefully balances recovery with preparation. His day begins with light mobility exercises and stretching to support recovery, followed by a nutrient-rich breakfast designed to maintain steady energy levels. Paul then dedicates time to mental preparation, reviewing fight footage and discussing strategy with his coaches before allowing himself some leisure time to unwind. Even on a day off, the priority remains recovery, staying sharp, and keeping his body in optimal condition for the upcoming fight.
Yup. I got it. Wow. You almost took him out, brother. You gotta fight.
Dude, watch out, Bo.
I'm not doing that.
Aiden Ross is flying in from Miami to do a little stream. This is the Dorado Beach lifestyle. Pickleball courts right there, helipad right here. Let's go grab them.
Paul has adjusted his preparation by prioritizing healthy weight gain as he gears up for his fight against Anthony Joshua, following an earlier camp where he had to cut weight for his bout with Gervonta Davis. During that phase, Paul stayed lean to meet cruiserweight limits, which restricted his ability to add muscle and fully develop his strength. Now, his team is focused on building lean mass, raising calorie intake through nutrient-dense foods, and carefully balancing protein, carbohydrates, and fat so he enters the ring stronger without losing speed or endurance. This calculated strategy is aimed at helping him cope with the physical challenge of facing a true heavyweight like Joshua while improving durability and overall performance throughout the fight. Paul has made it clear that his mindset heading into the Anthony Joshua fight is centered on proving his ability and legitimacy as a professional boxer. Despite ongoing criticism from fans and analysts who question whether he belongs on the heavyweight stage, Paul remains committed to demonstrating that his skills, preparation, and mental resilience can stand up against elite-level competition. Every training session, sparring round, and conditioning drill is carried out with intent, reflecting his dedication to progress and mastery within the sport.
So today he had a great breakfast, real healthy breakfast, and then for lunch he had pizza. We just made a quick pivot, went from cutting to making sure he's getting a surplus of calories every day. We're only able to put a certain amount of weight on him that's going to be, healthy weight. So we're putting around, 6 pounds of lean muscle on him. And I'm just making sure that he's really consuming a lot of extra calories, a lot of lean proteins, still getting those carbohydrates in there, still getting those fats in there. But we're really trying to focus on lean proteins to let him gain some muscle mass and have it so he's up there a little bit closer to what Anthony's going to be weighing.
Maybe
It's not bad.
it's not bad. This shit, they literally burned me at this shit. Too hot. Here.
It's always a bonus when you're working with a fighter who's used to cutting weight and then they don't have to cut. They're always going to be in a better mood. They always know when they wake up, they're going to have a nice big breakfast, or amazing lunch. And since we're not cutting, I'm able to make him more of the items that he likes. I can use a little bit of heavy cream and a little more butter and things, so I'm able to, cook more of a regular style of cooking that he likes instead of having to restrict certain things for him, But I think he's going to be on point. I think he's going to be conditioned. I think he's going to have the knowledge from Third and Jay Leon, and I think those guys are really going to make sure that his boxing is on point. And then I know Coach Larry Wade is going to make sure that his conditioning is on point with things like that. So kind of step away from that worry, and I just put my faith in the process, and I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to